Ohio's beginning to lose population due to lack of job opportunities. Hey, Chris Volpe again, running for J.D. Vance's Senate seat in the 2026 special election. I just want to talk about this. This is from the SIOTA analysis that Ohio's standing as one of the country's most populous states continues to slip, and the lack of jobs is the reason why, according to the survey of state economists. Employment opportunities are a contributor on both sides of the ledger. The Kent State, this is Catherine Wilson from Kent State University. Fun fact, I went to Kent State on my first year in college. I was in the architecture program, so that's kind of fun. Areas around Columbus that are seeing growth in population are also seeing job growth. Other areas of the state with less job growth are seeing a net migration out of the state. The estimates here are that we will lose more than 675,000 people by 2050. And by 2030, Ohio will drop from the seventh most populous state to the ninth. So this is just a continuation of what has been going on in Ohio. I did a video, I don't know, months and months ago about Ohio's dropping in virtually every category from the U.S. News and World Reports. We were the 36th top state last year, 2024. 2025, we were the 38th. So we were in the bottom 25% of states. And pretty much all of our areas, education, opportunities, safety. I think the only ones, if I remember correctly, you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think our natural resources, like our parks and stuff, were still pretty well ranked. And I believe that we had entrepreneurship was also one of our areas that we were in the top like 50% or, top 20 states. But overall, Ohio is drastically losing, I think, a lot of ground in many, many areas. And although we haven't seen the information yet, I would be very surprised if we also didn't see a pretty big decrease in higher education enrollment students this year. I think a lot of our students are beginning to leave Ohio for other universities because the opportunities are just not there. And to be honest, there is serious questions due to the funding and the requirements from some of the recent Ohio bills, Senate Bill 1 and a few others, about how higher educational institutions have to teach. And so between a lack of just credibility with our institutions as well as funding, it's looking real rough. And I hate to say that because, again, I love Ohio. This is my home. I'm running as a U.S. Senator because I want this state and this country to be amazing. And I'm consistently frustrated because it doesn't have to be this way. We can create a really solid, strong educational system here. And I know we can do that because I've done it in my work in the video game industry and building the video game industry and the community. I work with all of the institutions here. I work with Kent State. I work with OU, University of Dayton, University of Cincinnati, OSU, obviously, Shawnee State University. I can just keep naming them, but I'm going to stop. But I work with all of these universities, and I bring them together, in particular, GDEX, my gaming expo. I bring them together every year to come and showcase what their students are working on, to teach. So GDEX is for our industry, the video game industry. The GDEX Expo is like the largest educational opportunity for professional development in our industry in the Midwest. And so I know how to bring these people, how to create a coalition that brings folks together to really build something. And I think it's a shame that our leadership and our political representatives are just dropping the ball. That is the story of our time, is that our leaders are consistently dropping the ball. And frankly, it really pisses me off. I've said this before, but the Volpe family motto has always been knowledge is no weight to carry. And we have this idea within our family that education and knowledge is the key to not only success in the job market, but just success in life, like being a part of the humanities, being a part of the world, broadening horizons is a really, really important part of the human experience. And so when I see articles like this, it just really, really kills me. So take it for whatever it's worth. It is really frustrating. I know we can do better. So I wanted to talk about that. I hope you're all well. Reminder that you can follow me at Volpe for America on all the social medias. Please, if you like this content, pass my social medias along. Let folks know I am truly a grassroots candidate here. I'm going to have a video about call time. I think I'll do that tomorrow if I've got a chance. And so I could really, really use your help just spreading the word. And we're going to start doing more of the live streams that I did last week, which went really, really well. So thank you for everybody who attended that. Yep, that's all I got for today. Keep an eye out on the social medias for more information. Really appreciate you all, and I hope you have an awesome day.